Hi there, welcome to TDCat Tech, and it's a radio video today. Those of you who are familiar with the channel will have definitely seen this radio before. This is the Motorola XT420, and it is without doubt my favourite walkie-talkie, my favourite PMR446 walkie-talkie. These things are just amazing. I mean, they're built like bricks. They perform admirably in every situation. They're really loud on the modulation. They sound great. The battery lasts forever. Honestly, I can't really fault these things. I really love them. And as a result, I thought to myself, well, you know what? I'm going to go and get myself the daddy of business radio. Well, I mean, it's the simple DP1400, and that's what I'm looking at today. So I'm going to put the XT420 to one side and bring in all the stuff that I have received today. Big load of stuff here. And I'd just like to say thanks to the guys at Radiotronics for getting this to me so quickly. I paid for all this. This isn't any kind of sponsored video or anything like that. I've paid for all this stuff. But they were very helpful in getting all the stuff to me. So, yeah, if you want to check out their website, radiotronics.co.uk, you can find them there. And yeah, I mean, there's all sorts here. So I'm going to open the radio last because that's what everybody wants to see. So I'm going to do that last. You can understand that. So let's start off getting into this stuff and take a look at what we've got. So let's take a look in this first box. And this, well, looks to be the charger. So I ordered one UK charger. So this is a Motorola branded adapter with an output voltage of 14 volts at 1 amp. 14 volts, I mean, yet another odd voltage. Why can't they all just be a standard voltage, like 12 volts or 5 volts? You know, that's pretty most stuff is, isn't it? And let's have a look at the actual charger, the sort of dock, if you like, for this. Okay, so again, a different standard. All right, that's fairly nice, fairly sturdy there. Yeah, that's just obviously a single dock. Under most circumstances, you'd be ordering like 30 of these or something, and you'd get kind of like rack things, rack docks where you can charge like 10 devices at once or whatever. But in my case, you know, I'm just sort of testing this stuff out, so I don't need anything like that. Very good. So there we go. That's one down. And then we've got the battery, because I wanted to get a slightly higher capacity battery than the one that would come with the radio standard. In fact, I just went with the highest capacity battery because I do love large capacity batteries. And this thing is a 2,900 milliamp hour battery. Pretty thick, I'm sure you'll agree, but check out the spec on that. There we go, 2,900 milliamp hours. Wonderful. Okay, there's the battery. That's obviously fit to the back of the radio. I got a programming cable as well because I purchased these unprogrammed, these radios. So I'm going to have to program, because these are business radios, remember. These aren't set to a PMR446 frequencies. These are programmed to whichever frequencies you have a license for from Ofcom. So each business will have their own sort of allocated slots, I guess, is how it works, for your kind of simple site or whatever. And therefore you have to program your own radios. And it's an analog digital radio, the DP1400, or at least the version I got is. So digital stuff is obviously much more complex to program. So there we go. Programming cable, got basically just a micro USB with two cables coming out, one to a USB cable with a big fat sort of RF suppressor thing here, and also a kind of BNC connection there for some reason. Don't know what that's used for. I've never seen that on a programming cable before, but undoubtedly I will find out at some point. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, the antenna. Now everything, of course, is sold individually because... Oh, this is a good moment for me. This is just embarrassing. Maybe I'll use my teeth. I think I've literally gone red. I'm sat here by myself and I've gone red. That is weird. So yeah, this is the antenna, the short, stubby UHF antenna and non-standard. Gosh, I don't know what's come off my hands there. Non-standard connector there. Not any kind of standard, you know, is it SMA or whatever that they often have. So I don't know what Motorola are going with there. But so that's the antenna. Of course, you buy all this stuff separately because most people would just get replacement parts for radios and things like that. These are bought for businesses, right? This is done differently. You'd have like a service contract or whatever, presumably with Motorola or with Radiotronics or whatever you're going with. And then you just call them up and say, I need 5 antennas because they've snapped or I don't know, whatever it is. And presumably just get them sent out. So all these things come in really plain, boring boxes, which I love. And yeah, they don't need to have anything fancy. And this is a mic. I went with a speaker mic because I like these things. And they're really handy. If you're using a walkie-talkie, you can just shove the walkie-talkie on your waist and just have this kind of strapped onto a bag or something like that, or onto a jacket. It makes things much, much simpler. So this is the Motorola speaker mic, and I was curious to look at this because I wanted to know, is this any better quality than like the Retivis one that I've got? Because they seem, to be honest, they seem really similar. But well, I guess build quality is one thing. Good, you got, yeah, that's nice. This rotating clip on the back, surprisingly useful. I didn't even realise what it was for to start with. But of course, if you're wearing a strap on a bag or something like that, you can hook it that way onto the strap, and it's a really, really useful thing. It's got it on the back of the XT420. This thing rotates around, and you can just hook that on the strap of like a rucksack or something like that. It is such a good idea. All radios should have one, but they don't. They just have normal clips on them. But that's good to see. So, and this one has an audio out as well, audio jack out there for a headset. So that's just a basic Motorola speaker and mic. And I think that's it, actually. That's the lot. Apart from, of course, the radio itself. So let's take a look at the radio. Okay, there's a few bits and bobs in there, and that is it. It's just the radio, nothing else. Oh no, there's a clip. There's a belt clip as well. Fantastic. There we are. That is the DP1400. Let's just get in a little bit closer with my main camera here. And you can take a look at the radio there. They're just lovely, aren't they? Such simple design. Push to talk. 2 presumably programmable buttons on the outside there. Antenna attaches there. Nice, really nice channel. 16 channel button there. Volume on off, all kind of sealed and stuff. And on that side we have a mic, the mic and speaker, mic input and speaker output. And there is actually a screw retention there as well, but I don't think the mic that I've got has any screw to attach to that. It just fits in with this, the whatever force keeps these in place. And I imagine that is this little one here is the programming cable. Is the programming point. I'm guessing that's right, is it? Because right, what's on the bottom there? I am not sure. I'm not sure. I don't want to pull this off if it's not supposed to come out. I don't want to break this. So I'm assuming that bit pops out and that's where the programming is done, because I can't see anywhere else where that micro USB would go, unless it goes into the dock or the charger. No, there's no spot on the charger where that goes. So I'm guessing here because this is new to me. So how does the belt clip work on this? Because the really handy thing with the XT420 here is that the belt clip is actually a big separate piece like this. So you can just take the radio out like this and the whole thing fits in really nicely. It makes it so easy to just switch these over between radios. But I'm not sure on this one. It doesn't seem to work like that. I'm not going to have this little embarrassing moment again, so I'm going to go and get some scissors. Hang on. Right. Wasn't that much neater? Yes. Okay, so there's clearly no screws. I don't like it when they provide screws for the belt clip. There's nothing like that by the look of things, but I'm assuming it has to go on the battery, because otherwise where else is it going to go? So let's get the battery attached. Yeah, there we go. You can see clearly there where it goes on the back of the battery. Just go on like this. Wow, I'm such an expert. Just let me go out slightly. Okay, so there's a little clip in the bottom here which goes either side, so that's locked and that's unlocked. So unlock it like that and slot the battery into place. Clips, and then is that now locked? No, and then you've just got an extra, I think that's an extra lock. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, God, it's quite fat, isn't it? Quite a fat radio there with the big battery on it. And then how does this belt clip go on? I'm guessing just somehow. Okay, so that just pushes back. And there. So not as good as the XT420 in that way. The fact that all these have to be attached to batteries. But I guess you're going to have one battery per radio anyway, aren't you? So not that big a deal. But it's pretty solid and it doesn't rotate. Yeah, that's rubbish. So I'm kind of glad I got the mic, really, because it doesn't rotate. And let's attach the antenna. Ugh. Right, here we go. And there you go. That is the Motorola DP1400. Sweet. Beautiful radio. Really rather chunky and fat like that. I don't really care about that at all. I don't mind carrying a fairly weighty radio around. Okay, so it's on. I'm assuming at this point that the radio has nothing programmed into it and is therefore just not working. I will just try it on channel 1. Hold on a second and see whether it does any kind of transmission. Don't know. Can't tell from that at the moment. I'm going to have to get the programming software, take a look at what's set up on the radio and how it's currently programmed, and see what's what. But it's a really nice radio, really solid in the hand. Good weight to it, really nice feel to the kind of matte plastic. I don't know, these things are just built to last, and that's what I love about them. Sure, they're expensive. If you're buying probably 100, they're not, but if you're buying them individually, they're expensive radios. But these things last, right? They take a beating, they take the rain on them, the water on them, all the sort of stuff. They're just designed to be used and kicked about and dropped and all that sort of stuff. So really nice radio, the Motorola DP1400 digital and digital motor turbo, so but DMR basically, and analog walkie-talkie. Very nice.